What's up, everybody? Weird Sound here, and today we are playing some more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Somebody on the Crawl Tavern forum suggested I do a Sludge Elf Ice Elementalist. So I said I have to do that soon, because the groundhog came out yesterday, and he saw a shadow, which means spring is coming early. Spring's coming early, there's not much time for Ice Elementalists to have any fun anymore. So in honor of the groundhog, we're gonna name our character today Phil, the Sludge Elf Chiller. Sludge Elves aren't usually what spring to mind when you first think of Ice Elementalist. Sludge Elves are degenerate elves that like to practice degenerate magic like necromancy and transmutations. So they like to mess with dead things and turn into monsters themselves. Anyways, let's take a quick look at our mutations and strangeness. I don't think Sludge Elves have any. Nope, they don't. I am rather mundane. That's nice. Nothing fancy and weird here. Good to know. A quick look at my skills show that I am training dodging, stealth, spellcasting, and ice magic. Very good. And I already know freeze, which is a melee ice attack. I touch somebody and I suck the heat out of them. That's nice. Not the most reliable or powerful form of offense, but it can usually get you through floor one if you play smart. And the other spells we can learn are Throw Frost, Okuzbo's Armor, which basically gives you protective ice armor. Throw Icicle, which you throw a nice little spear made out of ice, and it doesn't even have to do ice damage. It does a lot of physical sharp cutty damage too because it's sharp. Condensation Shield, which gives me a shield made of ice. And Summon Ice Beasts, which lets me summon monsters made of ice. There's a theme here, and it is ice. Back to my skills real quick. We already have decent ice magic to start, so we're going to start by trading spellcasting and unarmed combat. Let's go. This is a cool entrance vault, because there's all these monsters that are gonna be huge threats even much later in the game, but they're hidden behind glass walls, so you can look at them, but they can't hurt you. So let's look at some cool monsters that maybe some of you aren't good enough to actually get over and see. That is an ice dragon. It is a dragon that breathes ice. It fits my theme, but it would still try to kill me if it got out of its prison anyways. That is an iron dragon. It breathes globs of molten metal and moves very slowly and is tough to fight. I can't actually remember ever beating an iron dragon. They're a pain in the ass. No dragons there. No dragons there. That is an orb of fire. That is like the most scary monster from the end game. It throws nasty fire attacks and it mutates you. The orb of fire is not your friend. A globe of raw primordial fire, capable of impressive pyrotechnics and of twisting the very flesh of creatures who come into its ken. It's nasty. You don't mess with that. Another iron dragon, a tentacled monstrosity. A writhing mass of tentacles, all covered in putrid mucus. Right out of H.P. Lovecraft's right there, people. Glad you're behind the wall. Another ice dragon. A large abomination. Another large abomination. A shadow dragon. A great shadowy dragon radiating evil and death. Its very mouth and breath stink of the grave. It can drain your EXP by breathing draining bolts on you. This will hurt a lot. Those are very nasty monsters. You don't want to fight them if you don't have to. Another large abomination. Another large abomination. And a red draconian, which is basically a dragon person. We actually play as the draconians in Crawl, but I'm not playing one right now. I'm playing a Sludge Elf Ice Elementalist. And now that we're done looking at the pretty things at the start of the dungeon, let's go find some things we can actually kill. Like a ball python. Sludge Elves like to fight unarmed, so I'll just punch it out. Eventually, I'd like to be able to transform into something that can make great use of unarmed fighting power. Oh god, I'm almost dead. Ow. I'll freeze you. Phew. I forgot, I don't actually start with any unarmed skill because I am a mage. Well, an Ice Elementalist. The Sludge Elf class I usually start as is Transmuter, which is a mage too, but it's a mage that can also punch things, which is a very, very good backup plan in case your magic doesn't work. Freeze! Don't move. Because you're dead. Because I froze you. Awesome. Let's rest up my health. Move on right along to another rat. I'll have to punch this one out. I punched it out. I also punched the newt out. That kobold is shooting darts at me. I do not care for that. And there's also a hobgoblin. I could be in trouble. Ay, ay, ay. Run from the kobold until I get my MP back so I can freeze him. Got a little bit of MP back. I'll get one more dose back. Now I'll freeze him. Boom. You're frozen. And I've reached level 2. Which means I can learn and probably should learn to throw frost. Which lets me hit things further away. Yay. Javelins. Let me throw things and do damage without magic. I'm not really trained in throwing yet, so they're probably not going to be too useful. But they beat a sharp stick in the eye. Well, actually, they are a sharp stick in the eye. But they beat taking a sharp stick in the eye. The other guy will be getting this sharp stick in the eye. Okay, you get the point. So, let's see if we can find anything. It's a mace. I don't think I'll be using weapons here. Assuming I'll be able to get a transformation spell eventually. And then my whole body will be a weapon. Wahaha. Yikes, hobgoblins. Retreat, so I'll have to fight one at a time. Into the corridor. Freeze, freeze, freeze. Butcher your corpse. Keep on exploring. It's a rat. We don't like rats around here. We kill snitches. Okay. So on the other side of that wall are all those monsters we saw earlier. So this is not a good place to go with the wand of digging. I don't think I'd ever be dumb enough to do that, but yeah. A runed mace. Whoa! That newt almost killed me. I should have just frozen it. Heal up. I'm not going to try the mace. As tempting as it is. It's probably cursed and nasty. That's my luck on the... Whoa. Freeze you. Just freeze. Thank you. Rest up. Keep on resting. I'm hungry and I'm out of food. That's a wonderful combination right there. And I'm done exploring. Let's try my scrolls. Magic mapping. Blink. Amnesia. Moving right along to the second floor of the dungeon. Alright, very good. There's a rat. Come on, drop a corpse so I can eat you. Thank you! I feel better now. Probably not for long. I'll probably get hungry again before I'm done recovering my health. I'll recover my health. It's another rat. I will punch you out. I don't need to train my stabbing. It's not really important at the moment. Alright, hobgoblin, I have to freeze. I don't think I'm good enough to punch out a hobgoblin yet. Oh, poison darts. I think I might be dead. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna die of poison. If one of those potions are not healing, I am dead. Let's kill the kobold first. Heal me. No, might. Heal me. That was a potion of mutation. Heal me. No resistance. I am dead. Yep. And that potion of mutation turned me into a carnivore too, which would have been awesome. But no. I'm dead. That character didn't last long enough to count. We're just going to roll right into the next one. I'm not even going to change the name. He's still going to be Phil, the Ice Elementalist, Sludge Elf. And this one won't suck. Go. Spellcasting. Unarmed. No fighting. Just... Okay, move on. Kobold. Freeze, freeze, freeze. Die. I'll restore my MP before I go fight the gecko. Try saving me 15% on car insurance now, biatch! Ooh, that rat almost got me. Butcher them. Oh, Hobgoblin, I don't have enough health to, or magic to be a threat to the Hobgoblin. I could die again right here. Wonderful. But I'm going to Pillar Dance, regain a bit of MP, maybe even a bit of HP. Maybe he's going to run in circles so the Hobgoblin can't catch me until I heal up. So this is going to be a little bit boring. Let's see if I can think of something to talk about. No. So I gotta think of something to talk about, and I don't want you to be bored. I will just fight the Hobgoblin now. And it's dead. Phew. It's a bat. I can punch it out. I'm like Little Mac. I'm punching everything, including things I should have no right to punch. Except this one's gonna get frozen because it was annoying me. It's another bat. Hey, look, it's a trap. See if the kobold is smart enough to walk onto the trap. He is. It's always the giant newt, and he's not strong enough to survive walking on the trap, so the newt died too. Not just awesome. So I'm level 2 now, so I will learn to throw frost. And move on again. Kill the rat. Grab the potion. It's good. No, I don't need insurance. And if I did, I don't think I'd go to Geico for it. It's a Hobgoblin and a rat. Freeze, don't move. Freeze, die. Freeze and we'll kill you! Isn't it supposed to freeze or we'll kill you? You heard what I said. I amuse myself so easily sometimes. Alright. So, you can only say so many interesting things about the first floor, but I'm going to make interesting things to say. Like, that goblin has a club. That's a very astute observation. So did that hobgoblin and that kobold. It's the club club. The club where you have to play with clubs. You know what kind of sandwich they eat? Grilled cheese. Ha! Tricked ya. Thought I was going to say club again. Nope. He's also a member of the Club Club, and I killed him. The Club Club are my enemies. Ooh, an amulet. That's nice. Could be a useful amulet. No, just freeze. Thank you. Okay, I'm done exploring the first floor. So let's move on to the second floor, where maybe there'll be interesting things. Not really. Usually don't get interesting till the third floor. I might start future temples off. I might start future LPs off from like floor 4 or maybe the temple, so we don't have to go through this boring early game bit sometimes. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. If you want to see me suffer through the first floor or 2 every single time getting a character off the ground, or if you want to see it each time, or if you don't. Alright. Grabbing the gold. Freezing the roach. Can't kill him with a nuclear bomb, but you can kill him with an ice attack. And actually, I should probably jump upstairs and identify my crap. It's a jackal. Those of you who don't travel alone, what's a lone jackal doing? I'll tell you what it's doing. It's dying because I'm killing it. Expanding upon my intelligence, butchering the jackal. I'll try the scroll. I think it's identify. It is. And my amulet's an amulet of an accuracy, which is like a bad amulet that makes me hit less often. So I'll just drop that where it is. I'll identify a potion as a potion of flight. This scroll is probably enchanted armor or recharging. It was recharging. Yay. Now a scroll of fear, noise, and smoke. Moving right along. There's a kobold. I'll try my new throw frost on it instead of freezing it and hit it from a distance. Boom. It's dead. It's a spear. An orcish spear. I'm not an orc. I don't even like orcish things. I am hungry though. I will eat. Then freeze the snake. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to try so hard not to make terrible jokes about snakes. And I will usually succeed, but not always. So just fair warning. Gotta try not to do it, but dick jokes are not outside the realm of possibility for me. But I'll try to behave myself. For you. Because I care. And the rat is dead. As always. If I find a rat and don't kill it, that means I have failed at some deep and fundamental level at this game and just like hang up my gamer's card. Unless it's like something other than a rat that was around too and scaring me. Then I have an excuse. For example, if I found a rat and an iron dragon at the same time, I would be perfectly okay with running away from that. It's a goblin. Dead goblin. Potion. Probably gonna have to try those potions so they're not unidentified when I need them. That is Fidehas, the god of plants. Maybe I'll worship that one. It's a tough call. I was planning on just going to the temple, doing a quick talk about all the gods, and ending the video there. So that way you guys could pick what god I go with as I continue with this character. But Fidehas is always fun, especially if you find her early enough. I think Fidehas doesn't do that great in the latest part of the late game. That's optional. But I'm not going to do that part even if I live that long. And spoiler alert, this character is not going to live that long. I'm not that great with pure caster characters, honestly. That's the Shining one. That's a god who's really great in that late game part where you go if you've lived that long. Which I won't be going to because I won't live that long. So we're going to ignore him. I'm hungry and I don't have any food except bread, which I don't want to waste because that doesn't rot. So that's very valuable. So I'm just going to push deeper into the dungeon. Onward to floor 3. Nothing there. I'll try this other stairs down to floor 3. There's a gecko. It could drop a corpse. It did drop a corpse. I will eat that. Gecko-licious. Very... That's a mimic, not actually a pile of gold. I will freeze the mimic to death. It's a whip. You have a whip. And you are a rat. And your corpse is poisonous, so I cannot butcher that. Damn. Punch. Butcher. Rest up for a bit of health. And continue moving right along. I'll freeze you up. Butcher you. Ow. Try to dart me. I have my own ranged attack. And that will kill you. It'll kill you dead. Boom. I'll throw frost at you. Just be glad I'm throwing frost and not like chunks of yellow snow. They need to be dead and humiliated. That is an orcish priest. Who... is actually a pretty big threat. I want to run from this. Yikes! He kazapped me. He kazaps me again. I'll be dead. Kill the roach. I think I lost the priest. I will rest here, and if he comes into view, I will... Ooh, do I want to fight him or escape? I will escape. I'm dead if he zaps me. Or smites me with the power of his god, as the case may be. But that's a technical term. And I'm not feeling very technical today. Kill the bat. Actually, I'd suspect other than, like, the really bad players who splatter against hobgoblins and gnolls on the first floor all the time, I'd suspect probably orc priests are one of the monsters that get the most kills on players. It's not any tougher than regular orcs. They just have nasty power abilities. So you might underestimate them. And even if you try to run from them, they might just kill you with their divine smiting powers that they don't even have to be near you for, or even have a clear unobstructed shot at you. They're nasty. They cheat. They're cheaters. Speaking of which, there's another one. I will try to just freeze it. Yikes. And of course he ran behind his other orc, so the other orc would take the shots that he was supposed to be taking. And he's clever too. The AI's gotten better. They know better than to walk right up to you if they can attack you from a distance in most circumstances. Ow! I got kerzapped! Ah! He killed me with a kerzap! Ow! Dang it! Alright, one more good try. Then I'll probably have to cut the video off. You can laugh at how bad I suck. Come on, Phil. Let's move right along. Tab, because you're the same thing as before. You know what? We're going to try something different. I'm going to go all in on the ice magic to start. And maybe just have a powerful spell I can cast by the time I get to floor 3 or 4. That's it. I will just tear them apart with like chunks of icicles or summoned ice beasts or something. That is what I will do. Well, if it doesn't work, sometimes you just should train the skill change the skill you're training. Those are multiple hobgoblins and a regular goblin. I'm gonna have to go in the corridor to deal with them, and that probably won't even be enough to beat all 3. So some running will have to be necessary. 2. And another hobgoblin! No! No, I don't want that. No. Alright. My ice magic has reached level 4. And I am running like a little bitch. And now I will freeze that hobgoblin because fuck the club. I do not like the club. Wait, and that was elven leather armor, which is probably better than a robe. Because I am an elf, so I do good in that. Moving right along then. Food potion. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. That is an altar to Zombie of Chaos, one of the most fun gods in Crawl. He doesn't see you as his follower, he sees you as his personal plaything, and he's sometimes mean to his playthings and sometimes nice to them. And I sort of kind of have a personal rule in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, where if I find Zom's altar before I find a god's altar that I want to worship or the temple, I worship Zom. Zom will inevitably kill me, but he'll probably save my life a few times first, and we'll have a whole lot of fun dying in the process. So let's do this. I kneel at the altar to Zom. Zom is a wild and unpredictable god of chaos, who seeks not worshippers but playthings with which to toy. Many choose to follow Zom in hope of receiving fabulous rewards and mighty powers. But Zom is nothing if not capricious. I know what that word means, I can't pronounce it. Also, there is nothing a follower can do to influence Zom's mood. Yay. I wish to join this religion. Let the games begin, Zom. We're gonna have fun with this. Zom's favorite way of killing you is often animating your weapon and turning it alive and telling it to kill you. But since Sludge Elves usually end up fighting unarmed, he's not going to have that method, which means I'll probably end up dead by being banished to the lair. I mean, not the lair, the abyss. I hope that's not the case. I once had a character of Zom who got banished to the abyss at a low level and got lucky and found the abyssal rune of Zot at level 13. I don't think that's possible anymore, because I think they updated the abyss and made it multiple levels with harder and harder enemies as you go further and further down in this new trunk or beta version. So I couldn't do that again, probably. I don't think the Abyss is quite as easy as it was anymore. Which stinks. All my characters that have done really well have had fun in the Abyss. But going to the Abyss at level 2 is not fun, so let's hope that is not the case. Gecko, die. Checking my ice magic. Alright. That's an elephant statue. There's like some spots in the game where elephant statues can come to life and then kill you. I don't think this is that. That's a shaft. I fell through a shaft and down to floor 2. I done got shafted. And Zom is mildly amused at my misfortune. Thanks, Zom. I'm glad I could be of amusing service to you. Okay, let's recover my mana. Find more stairs back up, so I can finish exploring the first floor before I go on to the second. Zom's attention almost turns to you for a moment. Multicolored lights dance before your eyes. Sometimes Zom just plays with you in a way that doesn't affect you positively or negatively, just for fun. Like that. Thanks, Zom. I can detect items. And Zom smirks. How do I even tell if a god is smirking? I don't think I can actually see them, and I don't have a physical form. That's just freaking weird. Quit weirding me out, Zom. I'm hungry. I need to eat. I'll grab the gold. Zom likes to give lots of gold, so that shouldn't be a problem for me, I would hope. Alright. Did I miss an upstairs yet? No, I don't see any blue dots on the minimap. Kill the bat. Kill the adder. Ice magic skill up to level 5. Won't learn anything yet. I need to save my spell slots so I can learn higher level spells. Because I'm not dumping in spell casting this time, which means I'll be able to learn as many spells. Because the spell casting skill, among other things, mainly governs how many spells you can learn at a time. It also gives you a small bonus to lower level spells. If I have high spell casting, I can cast like any level 1, 2, or 3 spell regardless of if I have the skill in that spell or not. So I could cast Freeze without Ice Magic skill if I had high enough spell casting. But I have high Ice Magic skill and low spell casting. So I'm probably going to be a little bit one-dimensional, at least to start. I'll trade a spell casting at some point, definitely. Have I passed an upstairs yet? Yes, I have. I'm going back upstairs. Whoop. You almost hear Zom's maniacal laughter. Strange energies run through my body. He's just psyching me out here. He'll do something in a... It's a member of the club. Come here. Come here. Come here. I have something for you. It's death. You're welcome. You wanted that. Don't lie. I'll eat the bat flesh. And freeze the bat and butcher up some more bat flesh for next time I need to eat. Grab the gold. Alright. Wait. That statue was an elephant before. And now it's an archer. What the hell? You remember I talked about it being an elephant statue before. Now it's a statue of an archer. The dungeon's playing mind games on me, guys. And I don't like that. I'm going back to floor 2, but first I'm going to identify some stuff. That was enchant weapon, which is useless because I'm not using a weapon right now. That was useless. Probably remove curse or curse weapon. That was the other enchant weapon, which is still useless. That could be identify. That's an amulet of warding. Very good. That's either enchant armor or recharge wand I don't have any wands to recharge. I'm just going to try it out of my armor and see if I can enchant it. I can. That was enchant armor. I'll use it on dragon armor later. Or to break a curse on some of my armor if I'm desperate for some reason. Like that, curse my armor. And it got Zom interested in me. That was a scroll of random uselessness and gave me a momentary feeling of inescapable doom. I have 3 of this potion, so I might as well taste test it. That was a potion of slowing. I'm glad I taste tested it instead of just scarfing it down in the middle of an important fight in hopes it would do something good for me. Because it wouldn't have. It would have gotten me killed. Which is not good. Alright. Freeze the quokka. What even is a quokka? I'll have to read its description next time. I know it's like some kind of mammal. Maybe it's a marsupial, or maybe it's a rat. I don't know. At level 4 now, I feel agile. I will butcher the hobgoblin, rest up, and continue on my grand adventure. With Zom at my side, nothing can go wrong. Except for Zom. Something will go wrong. You know, if I ever start doing Let's Plays of Flash games on Congregate, you notice that my Congregate handle is Zom of Chaos. And Zom is getting bored, which means he'll inevitably do very, very nasty things to me in the near future. Let's hope I can survive them. I killed the hobgoblin. I smell like smoke. Alright. And I'm now a toy of Zom, so Zom is no longer bored. He got unbored by making me smell like smoke briefly. That was really crippling, Zom. You're losing your touch. Bring it! Is that all you got? I'm gonna regret doing that. I just know it. I am definitely going to regret doing that. Okay. Killed the kobold. I'm hungry. With no fresh meat. That inevitably means bad things. A thin crystal amulet. Let's see if it's better than warding. In the early game, a lot of things are better than warding. Because warding just means summoned creatures can't hurt you as easily. And I think it protects you from energy draining attacks. That may have changed since the last time I played Crawl seriously, so let's just look at it. The amulet repels some of the attacks of creatures which have been magically summoned. It also makes the wearer more resistant to draining attacks. I was right! I love being right. Also, there's snake corpse to eat. Yum. Yum. And also a bat corpse. First time. Whoa! You're throwing darts of frost and missing. Probably could have killed me if you hit all of those. You didn't. You missed, so I killed you. Ooh, a teleport trap. Guess I'm not going that way unless I want to get randomly teleported. Which is not particularly fun. Kill the roach. Hoping Zom would do something interesting for me to talk about. But he's not doing it yet. I'm just going to attempt fate. Because Zom is harmless and would never do anything nasty to me. Oh, never. He just let me here and be bored. Let me just sit here and be bored. And he wouldn't intervene to make any of our lives interesting whatsoever. Any circumstances. See what I did, my child? You detect nothing. You are now a favorite toy of Zom. He is useless today. What the hell, Zom? What the hell? Be useful, or at least evil. Either one would be interesting. I'm trying to do a let's play here. He's like graduated from torturing my character to torturing me. Wonderful. I named my Congregate account after you, you ingrate. Okay. That's a worm. A little bit dangerous. Gotta not give it a chance to hit me. It just... Okay, finally Zom does something. I was being classy and using a tried and true strategy of hit and run on the slow-moving worm, and he turned it into a sky beast, which is fast, can turn invisible, and can give me electrical shocks. It is a bit more interesting than a worm, probably worth more experience too, and it gave me a level up. So that was actually very good nice of Zom to do. Let's see if I can learn to use any spells yet. Not throw icicle. I'm not quite high enough to cast level 4 without the requisite conjuration skills. Or summon ice. Wait. I don't get that. These are both level 4 spells that are ice magic and one other school. I don't have either conjuration or summoning. So I think the numbers and the formulas would mean I'd have the same chance of failing either of these. But no. Throw icicle is a 58% chance, and summon ice beast is a 71% chance. What the heck? So is condensation shield. That is just weird. Do like spells have their own individual fail chance independent of their level now? That'd be awesome. A little bit confusing. Huh. Alright. Pull up my ID scroll and try it on some of my jewelry. Star of the ring. That's a ring of flight. It's good. Might let me pass some interesting things that I otherwise have to avoid. Like, there's a teleport trap somewhere, I think. Maybe. I remember seeing a teleport trap and auto-exploring away from it. I think I could fly over that if I... There it is. Evoke flight. What? You can't even fly over teleport traps? Ah. Let's go over and take a look at the teleport trap. The special trap can displace anyone helpless enough to step on it or even fly above it to a random place in the same dungeon level. Wow. That's kind of broken. Alright. Down to the next level of the dungeon we go. And there's undead things. I could actually have some pretty bad trouble with an undead thing, because undead things resist ice. And I kind of need ice to do my killing. There's an orc. Come here so I can freeze you to death. And then eat you. But you don't drop an edible corpse. Oh, and that's nice. I could have just walked around that stupid teleport trap. Yay. Onward back to the next floor. Or to kill a kobold. If he notices me. I'll make him notice me. Now I am very hungry. I gotta find something to kill and eat soon. I also have to start dipping into my permanent food supply, like my bread. What kind of store is that? That's an armor shop. Now, as a mage, I can't wear too much in the way of armor, but if I find the right thing, it would be awesome. Zom will give me money. Alright. Back down, kill the gecko. Grab the ID scroll. ID some more of my jewelry. A ring of fire. I think that actually hurts my ability to cast ice spells. No, he's actually vulnerable to ice spells. No, okay, let's check the armor shop. Anything I can actually use. Artifact chainmail, ring mail, plate armor, splint mail. Nothing light enough for a mage to even think about. Okay. Apples to apples. Can't pick you up yet because there's a goblin. Goblin with a slingshot. Snake. Butchered snake. Eaten snake. What's the best kind of snake? The kind you butcher and eat. That's a forest. I think that would be home to Crazy Yoif. Yeah, probably. I will. Hope I can... No, it's not Crazy Yoif. Crazy Yoif does not have 2 entrances to his forest. Now I'm curious. Let's go in and check this. Dogs and slimes. Huh. Undead thing. Huh. How do I proceed? I will restore my stuff. Here's the rat skeleton. I can just punch you out. There's a quokka. Let's read what it is. A pesky little marsupial that is a bit like a rat, but not quite. So yeah, I was right. It's both a marsupial and kind of like a rat. I love being right. And also killing zombies, which my character will inevitably have trouble doing in the long run. That is a phantom. There is absolutely nothing I can do to beat a phantom right now. I detect some creatures. Yikes. Running from the phantom. Want nothing to do with him. Crap. I can't shake the bastard. Okay, there. I shook the bastard. Okay, this whole floor is the frickin' forest. Alright. Wow. I don't actually need to be trading my evocations. Armor I'm not really good at and don't need to be training. Let's see, what can I use the phantom? Completely resist. Is he immune or just resistant? Very resistant. Alright. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I'm just gonna have to use a different stairs down and avoid him. What? Zom made me berserk. Why'd he do that? That was silly. It would have helped if the phantom didn't blink away and I wasn't afraid of the berserk wearing off before I could finish him off. Then I'd be really screwed. Yeah, Zom tried to help. His timing was not that good is all. Wow, Zombies let me detect all the monsters on the whole floor. And now he's getting bored, so he might try to screw with me. There's a gnome somewhere? That's weird. Okay, I guess goblin means gnome. Okay. Small humanoid is... it's a canine, so maybe it's actually a jackal, or maybe it's a full-blown hound. It was a hound. That is wonderful. I'm not sure if I can beat a hound, an adder, and a worker ant in succession. We're gonna have to find out. God, my free spell is awesome. Butcher some stuff. It's a quokka! No, I don't want you. You probably kill me. Except, no you don't. I punch you out. Very nice. It's another worker ant. I can't afford to fight that right now. I will back away. Rest up. And that's an ogre. Ah, he killed me. He caught up to me and killed me while I was climbing the stairs. And Zom howls laughter. He thought that was funny. Well, anyways, those were my attempts at a Sludge Elf Ice Elementalist. I'm probably doing something wrong, like training the skills in the wrong order or something, and I'm sure you'll all bitch at me at how much I suck in the comments. So, go ahead, like, comment, tell me how much I suck, suggest other races and classes. Do all that. Slain by an ogre. How shameful. This has been Weird Sound, and this has been a Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup Let's Play. Goodbye, everybody.